explaining the significance of science, technology, innovation in all disciplines in the university, especially in the School of Business and Management.
The STI Park is actually relevant to all the structures in the University of the Gambia, not to a specific faculty or school, because science, technology, and innovation touches all areas, and it can come from any faculty or any school, from any student or any lecturer. So it's not specific to one faculty or college or school.
On the protection of intellectual property, the Vice Chancellor had this to say.
People will be safe with their ideas because we will make sure that we have the instruments in place so that a brilliant student who is doing a lab project or a class project, that can result into the next product. But the person that sees that idea is the lecturer. How is that student going to be protected so that now the lecturer will not take that idea and market it? It is the business of the science park and the university to ensure that knowledge and ideas are protected.
The authorities at the University of the Gambia are cognizant of the fact that introduction of the Science, Technology and Innovation Side Park will provide academic programs tailor-made to the existing and anticipated labor market needs of the Gambia. It is about providing employment from innovation to commercialization. Famara Fofana, GRTS.
Child Fund the Gambia and partners recently celebrated International Aflatun Day. The project, which is concentrated in the 18 lower basic schools in Region 2, helps children understand their rights and responsibilities, as well as gain financial knowledge to make best use of available resources. Babakar Senghor has details of the celebrations held at the Regional Education Directorate in Brikama.
World Aflatun Day is celebrated in the Gambia every year, with Child Fund the Gambia leading commemoration marking the day. Support for the initiative comes from partners such as the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education through the Child Social and Financial Education Program in the school system. The program was designed to help children understand their rights and responsibilities and also gain financial knowledge to make best use of available resources. The celebration started with a march past by school children from various Aflatun clubs within the 18 schools of operation in Region 2. Aflatun trained teachers as well as some other officials. The Aflatun scheme helps change lives, and this is achieved through empowering children by taking up responsible roles at an early age.
Today marks another important day for the development of children in the Gambia. Aflatun, that is the Child Social and Financial Education, is all about empowering children, socially, financially, and economically. The program believes in putting change in the hands of children. The theme for this year's celebration is Your Choice in a Coin.
The Aflatun program coordinator hailed the efforts of the ministry and other stakeholders for their relentless efforts in advancing the course of the Aflatun program. With an initial 30 children in each grade 3 level, pioneering the program in 18 lower basic schools, totaling 540 children and 18 teachers, the Aflatun idea has now expanded over the years, with over 120 children in each lower basic schools, and a total of 2,160 children, 72 teachers, supervised by 18 school administrators and monitored by 13 cluster monitors. Momodo E. Jallo, acting program manager, Child Fund the Gambia, dilated on the 4 main goals of Child Fund, while urging financial institutions to play their part in the initiative.
So we work towards achieving 4 main domains of change in whatever we do. The first being healthy and secured infants and young children. 2, educated and confident children. 3, skilled and involved youth. 4, families and local organizations and network in their communities to promote the development and protection of children.
Babakar Sware, Education Director, Region 2, spoke of the importance of exposing children to valuable life skills, such as issues regarding their rights and responsibilities, saving and spending, planning and budgeting.
And then they want you to understand your rights and responsibilities. See, it's very important for a human being, for a person, to understand what is your right and what is not your right. and what should be your responsibilities and what should not be your responsibilities. If you know those things, if you can distinguish what a right and a responsibility is, then you are safe.
As for the beneficiaries like Bakari Giba, a child from Samasang group, a child fund affiliated group, the scheme is helping children tackle some basic needs and help them save with the little they have for tomorrow. Young Bakari, however, challenged Child Fund to extend the program in the upper basic level and by extension to other regions. Aside from the day-long activity, children were engaged in group discussions with the theme of this year, My Choice in a Coin. As for the various suggestions that emerged during the event, particularly the issue of expansion of the scheme, the Aflatoon program coordinator weighed in on that subject.
In fact, you know, this is in collaboration with Minister of Education. That's why any program we are doing with Child Fund, with this Aflatoon program, we always call them so that they witness it. And this expansion, we are scheming for it. We have planned for it, and that's in fact, that is our main plan. To extend in another region, not only region 2, to expand ourselves in another region, not only region 2, from region 2 up to region 6.
The success of the program has been one of the highlights of this year's celebration, but celebrants are calling for the expansion of the scheme to benefit more children. The GRTS News Day is Babukar Senghor.
That report by Babukar Senghor there takes us to our first break. We'll be back with news from beyond our source. Welcome back. The presidents of Sudan and South Sudan have agreed to resume full diplomatic relations following a period of skirmishes and at one point near full-scale war between the two countries. Khartoum and Juba are pushing to put behind them the frequent bad blood which existed between the two countries since South Sudan gained independence in 2011. On a rare visit to Juba, Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir spoke of the need for the two countries to step up efforts to normalize relations. Details in this report by Canal France International.
Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir arrived in South Sudan on Friday, his first visit since the fledgling nation declared independence 2 years ago. He was met by South Sudanese President Salva Kiir. The two leaders have agreed to normalize diplomatic relations, which broke down last year and brought the two countries to the brink of war.
People will see something new. Our relations are improving every day. We can expect a visit from Salva Kiir in the near future to assure people that this new relationship has been established, that it is thriving, and that the situation will never return to what it was.
Although it was President Bashir's first visit to South Sudan since independence, it was his fourth meeting with President Kiir in the space of 6 months. At the last meeting, held in March, President Kiir agreed to resume oil exports to Sudan. When it became independent, South Sudan took nearly 3/4 of Sudan's oil production. At the peak of tensions last year, South Sudan shut down exports to Sudan. But there is still disagreement over a 2,000-kilometer border and the disputed Abyei province. South Sudan's president said the time had come for dialogue and fulfillment of the terms of the agreement signed last year.
We have agreed to the following: full resumption of border trade and free movement of people and goods across our borders, improvement of security along our borders.
But territorial disputes, border demarcation, and pipeline fees will no doubt figure in future talks.
The Ivory Coast has deployed another detachment of armed security men along its common border with Liberia. There have been reports of general insecurity in the area as armed men continue to terrorize the civilian population. Addressing troops in the region, the Ivorian Chief of Staff Soumaila Bakoyoko says the Ivorian Army will strengthen its presence along their common border with Liberia. More in this report.
There are regular attacks by armed groups in western Cote d'Ivoire, and safety is a major concern along the 400-kilometer border with Liberia.
Our bags are always packed. We're always running at night. We can't even sleep. We find dead people in the village. We don't know what to do. We're all